Hello engineers, most welcome to eCivil Tech. This is the third video on the StatPro Connect series. In this video, we are going to learn about nodes and beams. Nodes and beams are the very basic part of the modeling in the StatPro. But before starting the video, we will request you, if you are new to our channel, then subscribe our channel and like the video and share with your friends. So let's start the video. Let's look at this model. Let me show you once in a 3D. We will go to view and click on 3D modeling rendering. Okay, now let me explain you what is this model is all about. This is a warehouse and you can see these are the vertical columns. These are the columns and this is rafter. Okay, these are the rafter and these members are called as purlin. These are the RCC column which are going to be below the soil, and this is your plinth level beam. For the reference, I'm going to use this model in this video. Okay. Now first we will discuss about the nodes. What is the node and what is its function? Let's look at this model. Can you see the black dots? Yeah, these are the black dots. Okay, these are nodes. Let me select it for you. We'll go to select and use the node cursor and see these nodes. These dots are the nodes. So these are the nodes, and if you will be in the geometry, then you can see these nodes very clearly. Okay, but let me go to properties. Now I'm in properties. Now you can see that we are not able to see the nodes. So if you want to make the nodes visible, you can click on Shift K on your keyboard. The shortcut key is Shift K. Shift K. When I will press, I can see the nodes. Okay, this is the thing. But if you are in geometry, you will be able to see the nodes by default. You cannot hide these nodes in this geometry tab. Okay, but in any other tab, if you are, you will see that you will find that there is no node visible. So to make the nodes visible, you can click on Shift K and you will be able to see the nodes. And if you want to select these nodes, then you will have to go to select and choose node cursor. Okay, by this way you can select nodes. Now you can see that we are able to select the nodes. Here if you want to check the node number, then you can use the keyboard shortcut Shift N. So you can see all the numbers around the nodes. Okay, this is node number 119. Let me go to geometry. When you are in geometry tab, you can find two windows over here. One is for nodes and one is for beams. So if I want to select node number 195, I can click on here node number 195. So you can see I have selected it. Okay, let me again check. If I want to select this 176, I can select it from here directly, or else what I can do is I can go to 176. Okay, so I have selected this. Now you will ask, if I can select it from here only, then what is the use of this table? See, whenever we make anything in the StatPro, if we get any error, so it always tell you the node number or the beam number or the element number. So it will be very difficult to find that node, that particular node in this model. So if I will ask you where is 108, so you will spend a lot of time and then you will be able to find this 108 on this model. Okay, which is here. But in this table it is very easy to find that 108. You can scroll it, come around 108, click it. Once you will select it, you can check on your model that it is highlighted. So this table will be very useful to select while solving the error or the warnings in the StatPro. Similarly, we can see the beam number over here. Now what is the function of the node? What is the use of the node? See, you cannot create even a single line, single beam, single element without the node. You cannot start modeling in the StatPro without the node. So if you want to make a beam, let us say if you want to make a beam, and let me go to geometry and select the add beam. Okay, and I'm clicking anywhere on the working window. See, nothing is happening. Actually I'm clicking everywhere, but nothing is happening. Now let me click on 195 and then I will click on 275. Then let's see what will happen. I'm clicking on 195 and then I'm clicking on 275. So look at this. Now I have created one beam. Okay, now I have created one beam. Again If I want to make a beam from 275 to 277, then I will click on the node and then I will click on the other node. So I will be able to make the beam. So without the node we cannot make beams, and we cannot make the plate element, we cannot make the solid element. Whatever you want to do the modeling, you will first require to make the node. So this is the first use of the node, that to make the model you need nodes. Now let me delete these two beams which I have just created. I will go to select and choose beam cursor and select it. I will delete it, select it. I will delete by using keyboard delete button and say OK. Now what is the second use of the node? See, I will explain in some other video also, but here I will give you some basic about that. Nodes also help to transfer the loads. Let's look at this beam. This is actually your purlin, and whatever load we are applying, mean load, dead load, live load, all the loads of this purlin will be transferred to this rafter and this one. So these two rafters will take the load of this purlin, and then the load of these rafters will get transferred to these columns. Okay, these columns, you can see these columns, likewise the loads will transfer. But how this load is transferring? See, in StatPro the entire load transfer through nodes to node. So this member is connected to 208, node number 208, and this rafter is also connected to node number 208. So whatever load coming from this beam, this purlin, will get transferred to node number 208, and from node number 208 it will get transferred to the rafter. Okay, so this is the funda in the StatPro. This is the way how it works. It transfers the load from node to node. Okay, and when this load will come to this column, it will get transferred from 198, node number 198, and then to 195, and then the load will get transferred to 194. So this is the way it works in the StatPro. So two things you have to remember in this video. If you are on any other tab than geometry, like I am on properties tab, then to make the nodes visible you have to use keyboard shortcut Shift K. Okay, and to hide the nodes you have to use Shift K of your keyboard. So it will toggle the visibility of the nodes. And second, if you want to check the node number, Shift N is the shortcut key for that. Shift N. Now let's go for the beams. What are the beams? So these are the beams. These are the beams, and these are also beams. Now you will say these vertical members are not beam, these are the columns. Okay, yes, these vertical members are the columns, but StatPro cannot recognize it that it is a column. StatPro is a software, and anything created by this add beam tool will be considered as a beam. It will be called as a beam. So it is just a representation in the software. So even this is your rafter, software will give you a beam number over here. You can see these are the beam numbers. If you want to see the beam number on the screen, then you have to click keyboard shortcut Shift B. Okay, now you can see that 106 is the beam number of this rafter. So it is just a representation in the software. Even though this is actually a column, software will consider it as a beam. In the later part of the design, we actually specify that which elements are the beams and which elements are the columns. Like if I will go to design and then I will go to concrete, okay, and then here I can show you some of the parameter like design beam. So these are the RCC beams. So I have given the command like design beam, and these are the RCC columns. So I have given the command design column. This is the later stage process. In the modeling, software does not understand which is the beam, which is the column, but while the designing we can specify which elements should be designed as a beam and which elements should be designed as a column. So this was all about nodes and beams. Let's do a small exercise so that you can understand what you have learned. Okay, so I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to new, and I will give any name, structure1, let it be metric, let it be whatever the location it is showing, and I will click on create. Okay, it is asking that you want to make changes in the previous So I will say no, I don't want to make any changes in the previous file. This is a blank and new file. You cannot start making modeling from here. See, if I will choose this add beam, okay, I'm clicking anywhere, I'm not able to, I'm not in the position to make any beam, okay, because there is no node. So how you can create a new node? When you are in the geometry tab, you may be able to find this window. This works on the grids. In the next video I'm going to talk about the grids. The entire modeling works on grids. So grids will be taken in the next video. So let me start modeling from here. I will type 0 over here. I want one node at the origin. Now you can see node number 1 at the origin. I will click on Shift N to show you the node number. Select this window first and then click Shift N. So I am able to see the node number 1. Okay, now if I want to make node number 2 on the x-axis at 5 meters away, these are units, all units are in meter. So if I want to make node number 2 on the x-axis 5 meters away, so I will type here 5 and all other y and z as 0. So node number 2. So now I can create the beam. I will choose add beam. Okay, I will click on node number 1 and then I will click on node number 2. So I will be able to make a beam. If you want to check the beam number of this beam, click on Shift B and see, you are able to see this. Now I will try to make 2 more nodes. One node at 5 meter on the z axis. Okay, 5 meter on the z axis. So what I'm going to do, I will click over here and I will type 5 and this will be considered as 0. So node number 3 is here, and next node I want to make over here 5 meter away on the x axis and 5 meter away on the z axis. So I will click on the x node, type 5, and on the z type 5 and I will type here 5. Now you can see the fourth node is created. So it is not that difficult. You just check the values and copy these all values on your nodes window. Okay, so you will be able to create all these 4 nodes, node number 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now here you can see we have created only one beam, and what will happen if I will create 3 more beams? Just keep eye on this window also. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this option, add beams, and keep eye on this. Now I'm creating from a beam from 2 to 4. So I'll click over here and then again over here. Now you can see beam number is 2, which is indicated here, and here you can see beam number 2, and it start from node number A, which is 2, and node number B, which is 4. So it is starting from 2, node number 2, and ending 4. Similarly you can see the beam number 3 and beam number 4. So beam number 4, we have started making the beam from the node number 3 to node number 1. So you can see we have started from the node number 3 to 1. So this is one small exercise. You play with all these options and the add beam options. Make whatever you want to make. In the next video we are going to talk about the grids. Thank you for watching the video. These videos are for the newbies in the STAAD Pro. So I hope you like the content. My effort is to make the very basic videos for the people who are very new to STAAD Pro. We will slowly move to very basic to advanced level. So first I am trying to teach you the modeling part, and then we will do the advanced designing and the other structures. If you want to join our premium class to learn STAAD Pro, you can fill the form given in the description box. Share the video with your friends and subscribe the channel. We'll meet you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.